is sad, but how in the world can the Olympics go on when the vast majority of the productive world is shut down? Now, the financial news right now is pretty grim, but here's reality. This is not 1929. This is not 1987, and this is not 2009. This is a self-inflicted, government-made economic freeze that is temporary, and that's the key word, temporary. What Americans need right now is a light at the end of the Wuhan coronavirus tunnel. So where's that light? Joining me now from Dallas, Texas, co-founder and chief strategist of GDP Advisors, Seth Denson. Seth, we just got that light. It's from the White House. I don't know if you have heard this, but the president has said now officially, and I agree with him 100%. He says, hey, you know what? By Easter, we got to have this country back up and running on the grease skids that we had, about 2 or 3 months ago. We can't shut down. We can't continue to shut down the entire country. Yes, we know that a certain sector is vulnerable to this, and we want to practice good health and good hygiene and try and knock this thing down, but they're not mutually exclusive, right? Can't we walk and chew gum at the same time?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive, and you can't put this in a silo. I mean, listen, I understand, and I speak to doctors all the time. This is something we need to address. We all need to do our part, and we need to make sure that we defeat this virus. But we can't completely collapse our economy in the process. There's a number of healthcare issues that will come out that are related to this if we're not careful. And so we have to strike a balance. I think the president saying, hey, we're going to target Easter is good. The markets, citizens, we need to know where the end of this is and at what point we start to look at other ways of moving forward.
This is very important to the psyche of any human being, right? You know, when somebody's in jail, they know that their sentence is going to be over at a certain time, right? This is human nature. And I would imagine that Wall Street is going to respond to this. They're responding, obviously, to the aid package that's coming out of Congress right now, which is filled with all kinds of stuff that we don't want. But overall, you know, the market's like that. But when we step back and we look at the system, I think this is an important moment in time. You and I were conversing about this, but it's important to underscore that the system is not broken, right? There is no fundamental collapse of the system like ostensibly there was in 2009 and like there was in 1929, and brakes have been put in and different procedures have been put in. There is no fundamental collapse. This is a government-imposed freeze.
That's right. And if you think about our economy like a balloon, right? Right now our balloon is being squeezed. And what we are seeing right now is certain sectors of the market are doing quite well, right? Those that are supporting essential needs that are out there in the market. And so what's going to happen is as this starts to kind of tail off and we can get control of this virus is that balloon that's being squeezed right now is going to start to be let up and that air will start to populate back in. I said this to you, Graham, in our conversation that our economy was very strong coming into this, and the fundamentals of our economy are still very strong. We need to get past this so that those fundamentals can come back to bear.
And one last thing, there's a heck of a lot of money on the sidelines, right, Seth? I mean, we're talking that money supply of somewhere around $4 trillion, right?
That's right. Yeah. So the amount of cash that's out there is still out there. Right. And investors were looking at ways to put that cash into play. And I think as we come out of this, there's going to be a lot of opportunities.
Look out. Now is the time. I'm just saying it again. Now is the time. Stocks are on sale. Seth, thank you.